Here we come to lesson 3. In lesson 3, we are going to learn master page.
Please subscribe. Turn on notification, like, comment, and share.
Before we start, let's open Visual Studio. Now, for you to go back to the work we did yesterday, you need to look for site 1, website 1. That was what we created yesterday. You know the project, the previous lesson, website 1. And here, we are going to create what is called master page. And I will explain what we need that for in this project. Now, before we create a master page, let's take a look at the template we are working on. Remember, we changed the template yesterday, and we have to continue from where we stopped yesterday, or the previous lesson. We have to continue from where we stopped the previous lesson after creating the project and importing a new template. This is the template. We added this template in the previous lesson. That's lesson 2. If you haven't watched lesson 2, go to lesson 2 to learn how to add a new template to your project. Having done this, and we've gotten this beautiful look here, this is now the design. The next thing we need to do is creating a master page, because we have other pages we need to add: about us, services, portfolio, blog, and all these menus need to be recreated. We need to type pages, link pages to this, so that when people click, this will lead open another page. But however, we also need to maintain this design whenever a new page is opened. So that is why we need a master page. The master page will help you retain the design of your website while another page is opened. So if I click about us, it should give me same design, same look without changing. Now let's check something. Let's try adding new pages. Let's add 3 pages to this website and see what happens. To add a page, you click on the project, right click on the project, go to add, then you go to new item, you click on new item, and then we click web form. Now let's see something here. Let's call this new page. Now let's preview new page, see what will happen. Previewing a new page we just created. Let's see what will happen, if it will look like the design we had before after importing the template. You see, empty, nothing. You see, it has stopped working, it has opened completely, yet nothing is here. But here's the design we have. It's supposed to come with this menu and all these things here up here, but now the whole thing is open, empty. It is empty. That's because it has no design. It's linked to nothing. Look at the code here, nothing is here. You can see that now nothing is here. So we need to create a master page so that all the pages will adapt the particular design, which is this design we're using here. So let's get started. First, we need to delete this page because it's not going to be useful. So let's delete new page. We don't need it. So in a master page, we still go back to the name of the project, which is website 1. Right click on website 1. Anytime you want to add a page or master page, you go to new project, you right click, go to add, and then you go to, remember, you go to the name of the project, you right click on the name of the project, you go to add and go to new item, and then you click on new item. And now at this point, we want to create a master page. Remember what I told you, the function of a master page on a site is to give you same design for all pages, same template design for all pages. So we proceed now to this point where we have master page. All right, so we scroll down looking for master page. Here is it. Now we have web form master page. Now this is it. Instead of leaving it as site 1, I want to rename it. Remember, you don't touch this. dot master shouldn't be touched. If you touch dot master, it will crash. Dot master tells you this is a master page. So what are we supposed to rename here is site 1. Instead of site 1, I want to call it new dot master. So I know this is a new master page. New dot master. Now let's go. The master page is open. Now you can't preview a master page except it's linked to another page. So master page is like the source of design to other pages. So let's see how this works. First, I want to comment out all this. I don't need this now because I'm bringing in the design, this design here into the master page so that all the pages will adapt to this design. Now watch this. So I want to comment out this. This is it here. This means this page, these codes will no longer work on this page because I don't need them. I want to bring in a new design. When you comment, listen, you let me undo and I'll comment again. Watch this. From the doc type, from here to HTML, I comment out, comment everything, or comment out. You come here to show you comment out the selected lines. So we're out, comment it. Or another way again is you press Ctrl plus K or Ctrl C. So let's go. Now we comment out after highlighting all of them here. Remember not to press Ctrl A here. You highlight from this doc type to HTML. Then we comment out. This means these codes will no longer work on this page. So we go to index. Remember the index is still here. We go to index to pick the design. If you recall, index in HTML is the home page, which is this design we've already done. Remember, we copied the codes in the previous lesson from the index page to the default page. And I told you default page in ASP.NET still means home page. So let's get started. We are going to press Ctrl A here now in the index.html to copy the whole design. Then we go to our master page, which is new.master, and paste the design here. Then we save. Now remember I told you you can't preview the master page except you create a page and link it to the master. So now that the master page is ready for use, let's preview it first before we make other changes. So how do we preview the master page? How do we know it's working? We do that by adding a page and then link it to the master. So let's go. We go to our project name, website 1, and we click add. We go to new item. Then we look for web. Now web form only, just an ordinary form without a web page, without master page. Now here we have web form with master page. So we click on this and let's call this about us. About us. Take note where I'm typing everything there. The naming about us. You don't touch .aspx. This is the extension showing that you're dealing with ASP.NET. So you don't touch this. You just change only the first part before the dots, ASPX, which is now about us. And then we click add. It takes you to where to select the particular master page you want to link this page to. Remember we said after clicking add and a new item, we've gone to choose web forms with master page. So it will take you to a point where you choose your master page, and here we go. The contents of folder, we have new master, that's the master page I created. Say okay, and that's all. So if we preview this page, what happens? Let's see. You can see now about us, it's coming with the design of the master page. So this means when I link it up to this place and somebody clicks here, it will come up with the same design. Now, but if you notice something is not right here, how are you going to write contents? Nothing. So that's why we need to do something on the master page to make it allow us write contents on every page, different content like about us, explaining what the company is all about, profile, and then we have news, have update. We can create all the pages with different content but using same design with the help of a master page. Now, having got this right, I will still delete this about us. That was just to show you that the master page is in order. But now we need to specify on the master page where the header should be and where our content should be. Now we need to listen to this very carefully. This side is a bit complicated, so you need to listen attentively. First, I'll take away. I want to delete the about us. First, I delete about us. Anything about here, I'm deleting it because I don't need it. We need to create it in the right way. Now we want to I want to specify the header and the content. Here we have, look at the design again. In this design, we have the header which is here, and then to this banner here. Now down from here down to the bottom of the website is the content. Here now we have the content. Then from here where you have office address, this point here now down, this point is called the footer. So we have in every template we have the head, which is the header, to the banner, which usually is the slideshow, where you put slideshow or slider. Then we go straight down. Then after the header, we now have the content, which is here, from where the header stops, from where the slider stops, down is the content of your site. Then after the content, we now have what is called the footer, which is the last part, the base of the site. So, and that's here is the footer. Let's go to the footer. This place here is the footer of the site. From this point, all this footer of the site. So we can see this now. And then now let's proceed. How do we make this happen? We need to specify on our master page that this portion of the design is the header, and this is the content, and then this part is the footer. So let's go. Here, if you watch when I have commented this thing, you're going to see this here. Can you see this? It says ASP.content placeholder ID head there means the header. So we need to move this to the header of the template by copying it. And then we go to, this is where the header, the template starts, where you have doc type HTML. See that? So here, this is where this template starts. From here down is this design that you have in here now. This is design. So how do we do this now? Next, you see head. This is now the header of this template. That's this point of the template. See that? So we proceed by pasting that header of the master page. Remember, when we created the master page, this whole thing came with it. And then I commented out those things because we don't need them. But we need two basic things from this master page. And the major things we need here are this, and then we have the content. Two things here. If you really hear very well, you see body. Inside the body, we need to copy only this thing in the div. This is what we need here. It's always like this. Whenever you create a new master page, you always see the header from here. Then you see the body from here. See that? Now, so we have already copied the header and we have pasted it here, which is the header of the template. Now, what we need is to pick this content and specify where the content should be. Why are we doing this? We are doing this to create space in all the pages we are going to connect to this master page, so that all of them will have content at the same position. For example, what I mean is this is the content from here down. Content. Now, all of them, all the pages will now have content around this place. From that place about us to this time will be the content on all the pages, but they will all be carrying the same design with the same footer. So now, how do we make this happen? We want to specify where our content will be. If you check here, the content begins from this word, this sentence about us. So we need to search for that about us. But before we search, let's copy from the div to this div. Or let's just copy the center, the content. This is the content. We just copy from the content. Copy. Now we will need to search for that word about us, because this is where our content will start and will end here. It ends here. So we need to search for that word so that we can get the content and then delete everything there and place our own content. So let's go. We press Ctrl plus F, find, and then we type about us. Now if you watch here, we have about us, but this is not what we need, because if you check here, we see navbar. Navbar here means navigator. If you check your navigation list, starts here. This is navigation. This is not what we need. This about us here is this one on the menu. Is this. But we are looking for the about us in the content. So how do we get that? Please take note. When you search and you see start navigation list, this is navigation. That means it's the menu. This menu here. So you need to know where you are at every point in your code. It says navigation. So always take note. When you're searching, know the section of the template you are. Now let's go. Since this is not about us we're looking for, because when you're searching, whatever corresponds with what you're searching will be yellow like this. But this is not what we're looking for. So we need to press enter. Make sure it's not highlighted like this. Put your cursor in front of the sentence and press enter. Enter. You see this? It says about us section starts here. This is the exact thing we're looking for. If you check, header ends here. You see this? That header now is the top. Now the about us we're looking for, which is the content, begins from here. The content begins from here. So we'll need to delete everything from here, this point, to the footer. Until we see footer, we'll not stop deleting. So we go. Keep moving until we delete everything from here to the footer. Another way of doing this, instead of moving like that, just clicking this minus sign here, you delete. Click this minus sign, delete the next section until we see footer, then we stop. Next section, we click this, we click on it like this, delete. Next again, just like that. I'm doing this because it's in your class, otherwise you can just select all like this and keep moving until you see footer and stop. So, but I don't want to do that, so I have to be clear to everyone. So we go, delete, keep moving, delete until we see footer, and then we stop. Delete. Now you can see footer section, start footer section. So we stop here. Now what do we do? That thing we copied, we have to paste it here, and then we clear all this. Clearing all this, then we paste the content here. Now we have the placeholder, the content placeholder here. Now we've got it accurately. So anytime we create a new page, the content of that page will stay between the header, this header, which is the slider, to the footer, between that place and the footer. That's where our content will be. But all these images and all this will no longer be there. This will be appearing only on the home page. Other pages, we don't need all this again. It's only the home page of a site that comes with the full design. Other pages we no longer need to go with the full design. So let's proceed to the final stage. Now that we've done that, we've located about us, which is the content that we've seen the footer, and we've pasted the content we copied from. Remember where we copied that content from? We got it from the master page. Remember I told the master page comes with this code here. I commented out this because we don't need it. Now I got this header and I put it here below the header of the template, because the template starts here. Now put it here. And remember where I got this template code from the index. This index is what is giving us this design, this whole design. That index, the codes from there. Copied it into the master page, then I commented the code that was in the master page because we don't need that. So I commented the code in the master page. You see that? Now the next thing we need to do here is to copy the content and find our content area, which we've already done. That starts from about us, and we've already done that. So having done all this, we save. Then let's create a page and connect it to the master page and see how it looks now. We go create a page, right click on the project name, which is website 1, go to add item, new item. Now we choose web form with master, because web form with master page, because we want to link this page to a master page so that all the pages will have the same design. So now we call this about us. This page now is called about us. So we select new master because that's the master page we created. Okay, now you can see we have here placeholder, head, placeholder, content in every page now. So we have our header and content in every page now. We can say this is about us page. We label this. Let's create another page and call this news, new item, web form with master page. Let's call this. Remember, you don't delete .aspx. You don't rename that. You don't touch that. We call this news. We proceed and we say add. It takes us to where to select the master page we want to connect it to. We click on the master page and we say OK. It also comes with head, which is here, the header, and then the content, which is here. Then we write its content here. Say this is news page. So can we preview and see what's happening here? Remember, we created this page about us. How do you know the page you are on? Any page you are on will be yellow like this, meaning you are currently on this page. So if I come here, I'm on news page. If I come here, I'm on about us page. If I come here, index, we don't need index anymore. If I come here, new master, default. So I want to preview about us. We just created about us and we linked it to this master page. Having done all the necessary things on the master page. Now, let's preview about us and see how it works.
Please subscribe. Turn on notification, like, comment, and share.
See that? What is it here? About us. Scroll down. This is what I typed. You can see the home page has this as content, but the page, the about us, doesn't have all that again. It just has the header to the slider, and then the content here. Then you have the footer. So as many things you want to type in here. So let's copy some things now. Let's just copy anything and paste there and see. Just don't copy something from anywhere. Google and just paste there. Okay, let me copy this and just paste here. This is about us page. Okay, so I am pressing enter here on my keyboard and then I paste what I copied from online there. Save. Okay, let's preview again and see what's happening. See this? See the content I copied and pasted here is here. So the more things you add, it will keep adjusting. You keep adding, we can add more content to that. So you can keep adding and adding and to keep adjusting and take as much words or text or pictures you want to add. Keep adding. So let's look at the next page too. News. This page is news. Let's preview news and see. You'll see the contents are not the same. They're the same design. You see, we still have everything complete, but check the content. Different. It's saying this is new page, news page. Check the other one we opened before, which is about us page. Now let's open about us. You see different content, the same design. That is done by the master page. You see, here we have this is about us page, and all this here. The content is different, but the same design. So check this out. News, different content, the same design. About us, different content, same design. So this is how we make the website adapt to the same design, but with the pages with different contents. So we're going to stop here about creating master page. In the next class, we'll learn now. In the next class, we're learning how to create menus, and then we need to link all the pages we've created into these menu items. This place is called the menu, and each of these words is called menu item. This is a menu item, this is a menu item. So now that we created about us, we need to link this about us to this. That when someone clicks, it will open the content of about us. And then we make another page called news. We're going to rename this, instead of services, we call it news. So when someone clicks on this, it will open news with the different content but the same design. I'm sure you like this. If you have any question, drop it at the comment section. Thank you so much for being there. Next class, creating of menu and linking of pages to our menu items.